Liam Carter lived a simple life in a quiet Kansas town. He worked as a mechanic, fixing cars and helping neighbors whenever he could. His days were steady, predictable, and mostly uneventful. At 27, Liam was well-liked, kind, and considered a dependable person. But despite his friendliness, he had never been very lucky in love. He always felt that something was missing. Though he couldn't quite explain what, everything changed on a warm summer evening during the town's annual festival. The whole town gathered to enjoy music, food, and games. Bright lights and joyful laughter filled the air. Liam wandered through the crowded streets, sipping lemonade and chatting with familiar faces. As he moved toward the edge of the festival, near the quieter part of the park, he spotted a figure standing by a tree, away from the festivities. The woman was strikingly beautiful, but something about her seemed unusual. She had long, shimmering, dark hair and eyes that seemed to sparkle even in the dim light. Her presence was magnetic, and Liam found himself drawn to her without understanding why. She appeared to be watching the festival from afar, curious yet hesitant to join in. Gathering his courage, Liam walked toward her, offering a friendly smile. "Hey," he began softly, hoping not to startle her. "Are you enjoying the festival?" The woman turned, her eyes meeting his. Her smile was gentle, calming his nerves immediately. "It's very interesting," she replied, her voice smooth and soothing, yet carrying a strange, mesmerizing quality. "I'm still learning about these celebrations." Liam raised an eyebrow, amused. "You must be new here." "You could say that," she answered mysteriously. "My name is Alara." "I'm Liam," he introduced himself warmly. "If you're curious, I'd be happy to show you around." Alara hesitated only a moment before nodding. "I would like that very much." Liam guided her through the festival, explaining each activity, stall, and tradition with gentle patience. Alara listened intently, occasionally asking questions that seemed oddly specific or unusual. Liam brushed it off as simple cultural differences, or perhaps shyness. As the night progressed, Liam found himself completely enchanted by her charm and innocence. He couldn't help but notice that others occasionally stared at her, equally captivated by her unique allure. Yet Alara seemed genuinely unaware of the effect she had on people. When they reached a small booth selling cotton candy, Liam bought some for Alara. Her eyes widened with delight at the sweet, fluffy treat. "It's amazing," she murmured, savoring every bite. Her innocent wonder brought a smile to Liam's face, making his heart flutter. Later, they found themselves sitting on a quiet bench away from the crowds. The noise of the festival was distant, providing a peaceful setting to talk. Liam felt more comfortable than he had ever felt with anyone. He found himself opening up about his life, dreams, and even his fears. Alara listened carefully, showing genuine interest in everything he said. "You're very kind, Liam," Alara said softly, looking up at the stars. "I haven't met many people like you." Liam chuckled softly, feeling warmth rise in his cheeks. "I haven't met anyone like you either." "You're different, special." Alara turned to face him, her expression serious for the first time that night. "Do you mean that?" "Absolutely," Liam assured her without hesitation. She smiled gently, her eyes shining with emotion. "I hope you still feel that way after you truly know me." Her words puzzled Liam, but he brushed away his concerns. "Why wouldn't I?" Alara hesitated, clearly holding back something important. "Because I'm not exactly who you think I am." "You mean there's a secret you're hiding?" Liam joked lightly, trying to ease her tension. "More than you know," she replied quietly, her eyes filled with both hope and fear. Liam reached out gently, holding her hand in reassurance. "Whatever it is, I'm willing to learn. I believe we met tonight for a reason." Alara's tension eased slightly, comforted by his touch and sincerity. "Perhaps you're right," she murmured softly. The rest of the evening passed in quiet conversation and shared laughter. By the time the festival lights dimmed, Liam knew his life had changed forever. He walked Alara home, feeling a deep connection. He had never experienced Dot. As he said goodnight, Liam knew in his heart that Elara was special, more than he could ever imagine. As he walked away, he glanced back once, seeing her standing in the moonlight, a vision he would never forget. Unbeknownst to him, Elara watched him leave, her heart heavy yet hopeful. She knew the truth about herself would soon have to be revealed. But in that moment, she simply allowed herself to feel the warmth and hope that Liam had sparked in her heart. The days after the festival passed quickly. Liam could not stop thinking about Elara. She was always in his mind. He remembered her smile, her calm voice, and the way she looked at him like she truly saw him. They started meeting more often. Sometimes they would take walks by the lake, visit the small bookstore in town, or simply sit and talk for hours. Liam felt something strong growing between them. He had never felt this kind of connection before. Elara was different from anyone he had ever met, but not in a bad way. She listened to him with full attention and made him feel important. Her questions were sometimes strange, but Liam thought it was part of her charm. One evening, as the sun was setting, they sat on the roof of Liam's garage. The sky was painted in shades of orange and pink. Elara was quiet, looking at the horizon with a thoughtful expression. Liam noticed her silence. "You okay? You seem a little distant." Elara turned to him slowly. "Liam, I need to tell you something. It's something very serious." Liam sat up straight. Her tone made him nervous. "What is it?" She looked into his eyes. "I'm not from Earth." Liam blinked, confused. "What do you mean? Like you're not from around here?" Elara shook her head. "No. I mean, I'm not from this planet. I'm not human." Liam stared at her, trying to understand. He thought she was joking, but her face was serious. "You're not kidding, are you?" She shook her head again. "No, I'm telling you the truth." Liam didn't speak for a moment. He tried to find the right words. "Are you saying you're an alien?" "Yes," she said softly. "My real name is not Elara, but I chose it to blend in here. I come from a planet called Velora. My people are called Velorans." Liam's mind raced. This was something out of a science fiction movie, yet deep down he believed her. Her strange beauty, her unusual way of speaking, her many questions, all made sense now. "Why are you here?" he asked, trying to stay calm. "I was sent to Earth to study human behavior, to learn about your kind. I was not supposed to get close to anyone. But then I met you, and everything changed." Liam looked at her carefully. "So you were pretending?" "At first, yes, but not anymore. I care about you, Liam, more than I thought possible. I had to tell you the truth, even if it meant you would walk away." Liam took a deep breath. His heart was beating fast. He didn't know what to think, but he knew one thing: he cared about her too. "I don't know what this means," he said honestly, "but I don't want to walk away." Elara looked surprised. "You believe me? You're not afraid?" "A little," Liam admitted, "but I trust you, and I can see you're telling the truth." She smiled, a look of relief on her face. "Thank you, Liam. That means more than you know." They sat in silence for a while, the stars slowly appearing in the sky above. Liam had 1,000 questions, but he knew he didn't need all the answers right away. After that night, their relationship changed. Elara no longer hid who she was. She told Liam more about her home planet, her people, and her mission on Earth. She even showed him a small device she used to contact her ship, which was hidden in orbit. Liam listened with wonder, amazed at the truth behind her words. He learned that Volorans had powers that were different from humans. Elara explained that her kind could influence emotions, read thoughts at times, and sense energy around living things. But she promised Liam she would never use these abilities to control him. She respected his free will. One day, Elara took Liam to a quiet place in the woods. There, she showed him her true form. She changed slowly, her skin becoming faintly glowing, her eyes shifting in color, and wings delicate and elegant unfolding from her back. Liam watched in awe. She was beautiful beyond words, but still the same Elara he knew. "This is who I am," she said quietly. "Will you still accept me?" Liam stepped forward and held her hand. "Yes, you're still the one I care about." Elara smiled, tears in her eyes. "You're braver than most." They stood there for a long time, the wind moving gently around them. Liam knew his world had grown larger than he had ever imagined. And he also knew that no matter what happened next, he was ready to face it with her. Back in town, Liam kept Elara's secret safe. He knew people wouldn't understand, but he didn't care. To him, Elara was not just an alien. She was someone who made him feel alive, someone who brought meaning to his quiet life, and deep in her heart, Elara knew she had found something. Rare on Earth, something her people had never planned for. Love. Liam's days became brighter after learning the truth about Elara. Knowing her secret made him feel special. He often thought about how strange and wonderful life had become. A few months ago, he was fixing cars and living a quiet life. Now, he was dating someone from another planet. Elara continued to learn about Earth and its people. She asked questions about history, music, food, and even jokes. Liam enjoyed teaching her simple things, like how to make pancakes or how to play old video games. They laughed a lot, and their connection grew stronger every day. One evening, while they were sitting in Liam's small kitchen, Elara's device beeped. She quickly picked it up and looked at the glowing symbols. Her face changed. She looked worried. "Is something wrong?" Liam asked. Elara nodded slowly. "It's a message from my family. They want me to return to Valora. There is a family ceremony soon, and I must attend." Liam felt a small pain in his chest. "So, you're leaving?" "Only for a short time," Elara said. "But they also want to meet you." Liam blinked. "Me? Why?" "Because I told them about you," she admitted. "And because I want them to know the person I care about. On Valora, family approval is very important." Liam looked down at his hands. The idea of meeting alien parents sounded terrifying. "I don't know what to say. What if they don't like me?" Elara reached out and touched his hand. "You don't have to come, but if you do, it will mean a lot to me. I will protect you." Liam looked into her eyes. He could see the truth in her words. After a moment, he nodded. "All right, I'll go with you." A few days later, Elara took Liam to a hidden place in the woods. Her ship waited there, invisible to human eyes. When they entered, Liam looked around with wide eyes. Everything was clean, smooth, and glowing softly. The ship was quiet and calm, unlike anything he had seen before. As the ship lifted off, Liam felt nervous. He held Elara's hand tightly. She smiled at him, giving him strength. The trip to Valora didn't take long thanks to the advanced technology. When they arrived, Liam was amazed. The planet was full of color. The sky was violet, and the trees were tall and silver. Strange. Birds flew through the air, singing soft songs. Elara led him to a city that floated above the ground. Everything looked graceful and peaceful. People wore long robes and moved slowly, as if time worked differently there. Finally, they arrived at her family's home. It was a large building made of crystal and light. Elara's parents were waiting outside. Her father, tall and proud, had glowing eyes and sharp features. Her mother was graceful, with long silver hair and a kind smile. Liam bowed slightly, feeling nervous. "Hello, I'm Liam. It's nice to meet you." Elara's father didn't smile. He looked at Liam closely. "So this is the human." Elara stepped forward. "Father, please. He came here because he cares about me." Her mother stepped closer and took Liam's hand gently. "You are brave to come here, young one." Few humans have ever walked on Valora. Liam smiled awkwardly. I didn't want Elara to go alone. They were invited inside. The home was full of soft music, warm lights, and strange smells. Elara's siblings looked at Liam with curiosity. Some whispered, Others smiled. One younger brother asked if Earth had. Flying animals. Liam tried his best to answer their questions. He shared stories about Earth, his work, and his life. Some family members found him interesting. Others remained cold. Later, Alara's father asked Liam to speak with him alone. They walked into a quiet garden. "I must be honest," the father said. "I do not trust humans. Many are selfish and violent." Liam nodded. "I understand, but I'm not like that. I care about Alara. I would never hurt her." The father looked at him for a long moment. Words are easy. Proving them is harder. "Then let me prove it," Liam said. "Give me a chance." The father said nothing more, but gave a small nod. Liam knew it was not approval, but it was not rejection either. That night, Alara thanked Liam for being brave. "I know it's hard," she said. "But you did well. My mother likes you." "That's a good start," Liam laughed. "One step at a time, right?" As they sat together, watching the stars of Alara, Liam felt both amazed and nervous. He was far from home, surrounded by beings he barely understood. But he wasn't alone. He had Alara, and he was ready for whatever came next. Liam woke up the next morning in a soft bed made of light and silk. The Alara was peaceful, and the sky outside his window was a calm blue with hints of silver. Alara was already awake, sitting beside him. She smiled when he opened his eyes. "Good morning," she said softly. "Morning," Liam replied. "Did I sleep well, or is your bed just magical?" Alara laughed lightly. "A little of both." They got up and went outside. Alara wanted to show Liam more of her world. As they walked through the floating city, Liam felt like he was in a dream. Buildings shimmered in the light. Small floating creatures buzzed around flowers that changed color. Everything felt alive. They visited a knowledge hall where stories of Alara's past were stored in glowing crystals. Alara showed Liam one about her people's first contact with other planets. Liam listened closely, learning that Valorans once had war, but now lived in peace through understanding and strong family bonds. Later, they went to a floating garden. The flowers sang when touched. Liam was amazed by the beauty and magic around. "Your world is perfect," he said. Alara smiled but looked thoughtful. "It may seem perfect, but not everyone here accepts outsiders." Liam nodded. He remembered the way Alara's father looked at him. It was clear he had to do more to gain trust. Back at Alara's home, the family was busy preparing for the joining ceremony. It was a celebration where Valoran families welcomed. Someone new, Alara had asked for Liam to be part of it, but it was not easy. To join, Liam had to pass a simple test. The test was not about strength or knowledge. It was about showing heart and trust. Alara explained that Liam would need to walk through the Echo Grove, a place that reflected a person's fears and truths. If he came out with a clear heart, the family would accept him. "Are you sure I can do it?" Liam asked. "I believe in you," Alara said, holding his hand out the next morning. Liam stood at the edge of the Echo Grove. Trees with silver leaves surrounded him. A soft wind blew, carrying whispers. Alara's mother stood beside him. "The grove will not hurt you," she said, "but it will show you things you hide from yourself." Liam nodded and stepped inside. As he walked, the grove grew quiet. The light dimmed. Then the whispers turned into voices. He heard his own doubts. "You're not good enough for her," one voice said. "You're just a human, nothing special," said another. He saw images in the trees. His old life, his mistakes, times when he gave up. The grove showed his sadness and fear, but Liam kept walking. He thought of Alara, of her smile and her belief in him. At the center of the grove, the voices grew louder. A reflection of himself appeared, full of anger and fear. "Why are you even here?" it shouted. Liam took a deep breath. "Because I love her," he said, "and I won't let fear stop me." The reflection faded. The light returned. The grove was quiet. Again, Liam walked out slowly. Alara and her family were waiting. Her father looked at him closely. "You made it through," the father said. "Yes," Liam replied simply. The father nodded. It was not a smile, but it was a sign of respect. That evening, the joining ceremony began. The whole family gathered in a large open hall with floating lights and music that felt like wind. Elara wore a soft blue robe, and Liam was given one. Each family member came forward and placed a small glowing crystal in Liam's hand. It was a symbol of welcome. When Elara's father gave his, he looked into Liam's eyes and said, "You have courage." "That is rare." Liam bowed his head. "Thank you." After the ceremony, Elara pulled Liam aside. Her eyes were bright. "You did it," she said. Liam smiled. "I did it for you." She touched his face gently. "Now you are part of my world, truly." They walked outside together under Velora's twin moons. Liam felt something change inside him. He no longer felt like a visitor. He belonged. Maybe not to the planet, but to Elara. And that was enough. In that quiet moment, with the stars above and her hand in his, Liam knew he had made the right choice. No matter where the future led, he was ready, and so was she. Liam had been on Velora for several days now. He was starting to feel more at ease. The people were kind to him, especially after the joining ceremony. Some still looked at him with curious eyes, but most greeted him with soft smiles. Elara stayed by his side, always helping him understand the customs and language. They spent time exploring the floating cities, quiet lakes, and glowing caves. Liam was amazed by the strange beauty of this world. Every place had its own sound, smell, and feeling. He took it all in, always with Elara beside him. Their bond grew deeper with each passing day, but not everything was perfect. One evening, Elara received a message through her small glowing device. Her face became serious as she read it. "What is it?" Liam asked. "There is trouble. A group from another region does not like outsiders, and they have heard about you. They believe humans should not be allowed here. They plan to speak against my family at the High Circle." Liam felt a knot in his stomach. "Is it dangerous?" "It might be," Elara said. "They will try to turn others against us." The next day, Elara and Liam went to the city center where the High Circle met. The building floated above a large open space, and many Velorans gathered below to listen. Elders from different parts of the planet sat in a circle, their robes glowing softly. A tall Veloran named Corvin stood to speak. His voice was deep and firm. "I bring a concern to the circle," he said. "A human walks among us. He is not one of us. He does not know our ways. He could bring danger." Some in the crowd murmured. Others nodded. Liam stood quietly beside Elara, feeling their eyes on him. Elara stepped forward. "Liam is not a danger. He came here with love and respect. He passed the test of the Echo Grove. He has been welcomed by my family." Corvin shook his head. "Feelings do not prove worth. We must protect our people from unknown risks." Another elder, a woman with a kind face, spoke. "What risk has he shown? Has he harmed anyone? Has he disrespected our ways?" Corvin hesitated. "No, but he might." Liam took a step forward. His heart was beating fast, but he knew he had to speak. "I know I am different," he said. "I know I come from another world, but I did not come here to harm anyone. I came because I love Elara. I want to understand your world. I want to learn. I don't expect to be trusted right away, but I asked for a chance." The crowd was quiet. Then Elara's father stood. His voice was calm. "I did not trust Liam at first, but I watched him. I tested him. He faced his fears in the grove. He respected our customs. He showed courage. That is more than many who were born here." The elders looked at each other. Slowly, some of them began to nod. Corvin did not speak again. Instead, he turned and left the circle. Later, Elara and Liam sat under the stars. Liam was tired, but relieved. "You were brave today," Elara said. "I was scared," Liam admitted, but I couldn't stay silent. You didn't, she said with pride. And that made all the difference. The next day, many Valorans came to speak with. Liam, some brought small gifts, others just wanted to talk. They asked him questions about Earth, about his life, and why he chose to be with the LARA. Liam answered each one with honesty. He told them about his simple life, his work, and how meeting Elara changed him. People listened, and slowly their hearts began to open. One young Valoran named Leary asked, "Would you protect Elara if she was in danger?" "With my life," Liam said without hesitation. Leary smiled. "Then you are one of us." That evening, Elara's family invited many guests to a small gathering. There was music, glowing fruits, and laughter. Liam joined in the dancing, even though he didn't know the steps. The others laughed and helped him. He laughed too, happy and free. Later, Elara whispered, "Do you still feel like a stranger?" Liam looked around at the smiling faces. No, not anymore. That night, as they walked back to the family home, Liam looked up at the twin moons. "This world is beautiful," he said. Elara nodded. "And now it's your world too." Liam reached for her hand. "Only because of you." And in that quiet moment, they knew they had passed a hard test. Not just with the people, but with each other. Their love had been challenged and had grown even stronger. Now they were not just two beings from different worlds. They were one heart, one hope, in a place that had finally begun to accept them both. The days on Valora passed peacefully. Liam became more familiar with the world around him. The food, the music, the people, everything slowly started to feel normal. He still missed Earth sometimes, but with Elara by his side, he felt like he was home. Elara's family grew warmer toward him each day. Her mother often invited him to help with daily tasks, and her younger siblings asked him to play their favorite games. Even her father, though still serious, began to treat Liam with a sense of quiet respect. One afternoon, Elara and Liam went to a wide field filled with floating lights. The air was soft, and the grass shimmered with blue and green colors. They lay side by side, looking at the sky. "I never thought I'd fall in love with someone from another world," Liam said with a smile. Elara turned to him. "I never thought I would feel this way either. I thought my mission was only to learn, but now ... now everything is different." Suddenly, a strange sound broke the silence. It came from Elara's device. She checked it and stood up quickly. "Something is wrong," she said. Liam followed her as she walked toward a tall crystal nearby. She placed her hand on it, and a screen appeared in the air. A Valoran soldier appeared on the screen, looking worried. "There's a dispute near the northern ridge," the soldier said. "A group from the border has started to argue with locals. They refuse to speak peacefully. We fear a fight may begin." Elara looked serious. "I know that area. My uncle lives near there. We need someone to calm them," the soldier added. "Someone they will listen to." Elara looked at Liam. "Come with? Me, maybe your presence can help. Some of the border people are curious about humans." "You may calm them," Liam agreed without hesitation. "Let's go." They took a small skycraft and flew across the glowing valleys. When they reached the ridge, they saw two groups standing apart, shouting. Some held tools, others had glowing stones. In their hands, Elara and Liam landed in the middle. The crowd went quiet. One of the border Valorans stepped forward. "Why is a human here?" Elara raised her hand. "He is with me." "He means no harm," Liam stepped forward. "I know I am not from here, but I have seen your world. It is beautiful. Please, don't let anger break it." A man from the other group shouted, "They want to take our land." Elara shook her head. "No one is taking anything. There is just confusion. We must talk, not fight." Liam moved between the two groups. He spoke calmly, telling them a short story from Earth about two neighbors who fought over a tree, only to realize later that the tree had helped both their homes. The crowd listened. Slowly, The tension dropped. People began to lower their voices. A woman from the border group stepped forward. "We will listen for now." Alara smiled at Liam. "You did it." He shook his head. "We did it together." They stayed for a while, helping. Both sides talk. By night, the groups had agreed to meet again in peace. A possible fight had been avoided. Back at Alara's home, her father called Liam to the family room. "I saw what you did today." Liam nodded. "I only tried to help." "And you did," the father said. "You brought calm when many feared chaos. That is something we value deeply." It was the first time her father spoke to him with real warmth. Liam felt. Proud Dot later that night, Alara and Liam sat outside again. The stars above Alara shined brightly. "Do you think we'll ever go back to Earth?" Liam asked. "Maybe," Alara said. "But not yet. I want to stay here a little longer. With you." He reached for her hand. "Then I will stay too." In that moment, surrounded by stars and silence, they felt closer than ever. They had faced fear, doubt, and even danger. But they were still together, stronger than before, and as the wind carried soft songs through the trees, they knew they could face anything that came next as long as they faced it together. Liam woke to the soft light of morning on Valora. He was beginning to feel truly at home, even though he sometimes missed the old sights and sounds of Earth. The days on Valora had given him new purpose, and his love for Alara was stronger than ever. After the trouble at the northern ridge, more people from across the planet came to visit Alara's family. They wanted to learn about Liam, about Earth, and about how two very different people could care so much for each other. Some brought gifts, others brought questions, but all of them brought an open mind. One morning, Alara's father asked Liam to join him for a walk. They walked through the gardens, where the flowers glowed and sang softly in the wind. For a long time, they walked in silence. Finally, her father spoke. "When you first arrived, I worried that you would not understand us. I fear for my daughter's heart, but I was wrong. You have shown respect, kindness, and great courage." Liam listened closely, grateful for the words. "Thank you. I only wanted to do what is right for Alara and her family." Her father nodded. "You have done more than that. You have given us hope. If a human and a Valoran can build a life together, maybe our people can do the same with others." Later that day, Alara and Liam joined a festival in the city. The whole city floated above the shining fields, and everyone danced together. Liam tried new foods, learned new dances, and answered dozens of questions about Earth. The children laughed at his funny stories, and the elders thanked him for bringing new ideas. That night, as the celebration continued, Alara pulled Liam aside. "I have something to ask you," she said, looking a little shy. Liam smiled, his heart beating fast. "What is it?" She took his hands in hers. "Would you stay here with me, not just for a little while, but for as long as we both want?" Liam did not hesitate. "I would stay with you forever, no matter where." Alara smiled with relief. "I was hoping you would say that." After the festival, Alara's family and friends gathered for a special meal. Liam was invited to sit at the head of the table beside Alara. Everyone shared stories, and many people welcomed him as one of their own. As the evening ended, Alara's father made a toast to new family, new hope, and new beginnings. Liam felt a deep happiness he had never known before. He realized that he no longer felt like an outsider. This place, these people, and Alara had become his home. Weeks passed. Liam and Alara continued to help the community. They taught Earth games to the young ones and shared human songs with Valoran music. Liam learned to grow the glowing flowers and took part in festivals, while Alara taught him about her world stories and dreams. One day, Liam asked Alara, "Do you ever wish things were different?" Alara shook her head. "No, I have everything I want. I found love where I never expected it. And now I want to help others find the same happiness." Soon, other families from nearby cities began to ask for advice. They wanted to know how to welcome new people from different worlds. Liam and Ilara spoke about kindness, patience, and trust. Their story became known across Valora as a symbol of hope. As time went by, Liam's family on Earth learned the truth. Ilara helped him send messages and even arranged for his sister to visit for a short time. She was amazed by the beauty and kindness she found on Valora, and she was happy to see Liam so joyful. On a peaceful night, under Valora's twin moons, Liam and Ilara stood outside, looking up at the stars. Liam held Ilara close. "Our journey was hard at times," he said quietly, "but I would not change a single moment." Ilara smiled. "Neither would I." Together, they watched the sky, full of hope for the future. They knew there would be challenges, but they were not afraid. They had faced the unknown, found love, and created a new life together. And so, Liam the human and Ilara the Valoran succubus showed everyone on both their worlds that love could truly change everything. It could build bridges, heal old wounds, and bring light to the darkest places. As the night grew quiet, Liam whispered, "Thank you for saving me from my lonely life." Ilara rested her head on his shoulder. "And thank you for saving me from mine." Their hearts were full, their story just beginning, in a world where anything was possible as long as they had each other.